I assure you that under my leadership, we shall be committed to full democratic practices. David Mark, the interim national chairman of African Democratic Congress, ADC, says the party under his watch will not tolerate the imposition of candidate, anti-party activity, and other form of indiscipline. Mr. Mark made this known in his remark at a National Executive Committee NEC meeting of the party in Abuja. Anyway, let's watch this video and hear what he said directly. A lot of persons has believed that this message was actually directed to Obi, and of course, let's watch this video and then share your opinion respectively on the comment section.
We will guarantee collective leadership at all levels. We will build a technically competent bureaucracy for the party and ensure a structured financing. All members will truly own the party. Every one of us here has equal rights in this party, and I want all of you to note that. We will be fair and just to all party members. We promise to be totally transparent. ADC will have zero tolerance for anti-party and any form of indiscipline. You are either in ADC or you are not in ADC. There is no midway in this business. And those who are not with us, we will not carry them along. We shall advance our grassroots leadership structures to reflect modern realities. From the polling units upwards, up to the national level, every organ will be re-energized. We will open the gates for the next generation. Our policies, nominations, and leadership roles will reflect meaningful inclusion of youths and women, and not just tokenism. This is why we have reserved 35% of our leadership positions for women. It is also our commitment to have youths below the age of 40 years in our leadership position. We shall clearly articulate what we stand for. Nigerians must know us as a party driven by unblemished ideology, progressive policies, and patriotic governance. We will not leave it to the discretion of individual candidates to choose what to do with power. Therefore, in the coming days, we shall announce a 50-member policy committee to cover health, education, agriculture, technology, security, economy, infrastructure, and other services. This underlines ADC's focus in achieving good governance for Nigerians. Finally, we invite all Nigerians to join our party. ADC is the only party that guarantees equal opportunity to everyone, regardless of age, gender, religion, or region. Our handshake is across all the divides of this country. We have a handshake across the Niger, handshake across the Benue, handshake across the Delta when Niger and Benue meet and they're flowing. Distinguished members of this very great party, again, let me assure you that this leadership will be transparent, will be honest. We are part and parcel of you, and there will be no protocol whatsoever.
I assure you that under my leadership, we shall be committed to full democratic practices and principles that abhor imposition and special privilege. Internal democracy, transparency, and accountability will be our mantra. Well, these are the words of Senator David Mark. You have listened to what he said. A lot of persons has believed that these words are actually a threat to Obi, stating that this is not what they planned initially, that there was an agreement to give Obi a ticket in the African Democratic Congress Party. And why are they trying to? All these are being manipulated to demoralize Obi. Well, according to some persons, they said that yes, the reasons why they are coming up with this, they just wanted Obi to either choose the coalition or go back to Labour Party. And that the moment Obi has chosen the coalition, of course, that this ADC has already been bought over by Atiku. And before you know it, they will throw the ticket open and Atiku will probably win. Of course, you know how it's going to happen. yes, by other means. So Atiku will now get the ticket, and before you know, Obi will now be thrown out. There will not now be any option for Obi either to going back to Labour Party or going back to any other party, or you understand. So they are trying to try as much as they can to either drag Obi to stay in one place, either be in Labour Party. You recall that Obi have already stated it clear that he's a full member of Labour Party. So now what they are trying to say is that Obi can neither be here nor here. So he should rather be in one place. Of course, there is no any other candidate. I didn't see any other person that is doing antipa that is trying to, they are referring to like being practicing antipatism or something like that rather than Obi. So all fingers are pointing at this, that they should learn from what really happened to PDP, that if they come back with this kind of practices and policies and all this kind of a thing, that is really going to affect them. Why some other persons on the comment section keep saying is that it's either Obi or nothing. Well, too many other persons have accepted the fact that Obi must not be on the ballot, that any other person can actually be on the ballot. It mustn't be Obi. So that the gate is going to be thrown open, and there's going to be a contest, and whoever that wins, either Obi Amechi or Atiku, whoever that wins it will now go. Of course, you know that we are still in the tenor of the Southerners, and of course, can always find his way. And recall that this was exactly what happened. Too many people has criticized Atiku for not, wanting to relax and allow another person to go. Must Atiku run? I think that is the questions that a lot of persons are really asking, and it's really frustrating that why can't Atiku just relax and let other persons try? Atiku has now left PDP and is now in ADC. So what they are now trying to do is to drag Obi into fully, joining the coalition. So now the moment he now joins the coalition, the next thing you hear is that, okay, that the ticket is not going to be free, that it's going to be a contest, that let them go to primaries, and that whoever that wins the primary, that's the person that the ADC party will support. So it's actually a game. Politics is just a game. But I know that Obi is not a fool. He knows what to do. So, but this is what people are saying. People are just speculating a whole lot of, trying to understand what is really going on. Even the ADC themselves, I'm sure they too understand what they are trying to do, because they know the oppositions are not playing. The oppositions are not smiling. So, in the words of David Mark, he has actually appreciated everybody. He has acknowledged the leadership, the previous leadership, and all effort that everybody is making to ensure that ADC. But then, and mentioning anti-partyism, practicing, can neither be here nor there, and all of that. What do you think? Share your opinion with this message that the national chairman has just come out to, is he a threat to Obi, or should we just keep our hands crossed? Share your view.